Hey, Travis, what's up? And thank you for that more. Um, mm, mm, mm. This is a really great pop tart. This is pumpkin spice. We can have this for some months. And I've just barely missed the expiration date. I think it's April or May, 2026. So we're getting there now. Today is the 24th of March. And this is so good. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, delicious. Oh my God. So there's weird energy before major shifts of confidence, signs, and signals. And this is so true. You can really feel how weird everything is. Because at the end of the day, when you really start to boss up, like you can feel your enemy's energy and it feels weird. So this is what they mean. So you have to really kind of sort of pay attention too, because it's like, when you try to force things to happen, you're not really making those things better. It really just is becoming to the point where it's like everything around it feels weird. That energy is trying to tell you that you need to let go of that. You need to really find a way to focus and put your energy into something else and other things that is a little bit more in alignment with the things that you think about. Because as you grow and you get older, you'll see. Like the other day, as an example, I was trying my hardest to like just give up, but I couldn't do it no more. I was like, oh wow, this feels just too weird. Like I'm not really willing to let this go because of the feelings. And I knew that. And that moment, okay, and so again, I really encourage you all to notice energy shifts that feel weird, okay, by putting yourself into being aware of something around you and feeling kind of strange, out of the sorts, unnatural, um, you know, just start to be very, very, very aware of your surroundings. That is first and foremost. By being conscious of what's going on with you and what's taking place and why your feelings are as they are, why you even are feeling weird energy to begin with, is a major sign that something is shifting sincerely in your confidence in your life. And that is actually one of the biggest signs. And truthfully, it might come after you realize that you started to stop giving up. Okay? That probably is the second biggest sign. You are becoming extremely aware of the weirdness in this world. And you can tell the major differences between the hoes, between the boss bitches, and you act accordingly. So the weirdness is like prickly little feelings, prickly little hairs on your body. And as soon as something is gonna be shaking you up to the point where you know for a fact, like, you need to pay attention to this. I heard girls describe this feeling as they're getting ready to make a really killer sale, or, and, you know, maybe they're going to be in a really big room. I just got off a call where we were around CEOs, and the women who were there were, in that type of room energy. You'll notice you might have to feel this energy that does feel kind of strange or foreign and weird, because you're like getting to know that energy. And as you do, you will see that it's a very unique experience, a very unique moment. And it's so unique because that's the first time you felt it. That first time you feel it, right before something really major that shifts your mentality and your confidence happens, it's really heightened. Okay. Um, it's heightened to the extreme, probably. And it's heightened so much so to the point where something must take place. And by doing that, that allows room for that weirdness to kind of even itself out, straighten the path a little bit more. So the weirdness becomes less about your feelings and more so about your awareness of your surroundings. Now, that is the ultimate form of confidence. Your surroundings are getting ready to change. And as soon as I stop giving up and not having that confidence, and as soon as I started feeling like, oh wow, this feels weird. Oh my god, what was that? You know, I realized then that my husband started proposing new ideas. You know what I mean? We started thinking a little bit more differently. People started to approach me a little bit more with confidence, and I found that some of the outcomes happened to have been a little bit more positive. And I saw now from that I happen to have started to enjoy some of the experiences a little bit more than I did previously in the past. And they're all in perfect alignment with the fact that I've been journaling, that I've been keeping up our workout regimen for years, or I've been, trying my best to stay as steady as possible. And it's almost like that weirdness comes right before the major manifestation of all of that energy. And it's almost like the girls were right in that sense. Like they get this really weird feeling, this prickly whatever on the back of their feeling like their hairs on the back of their neck kind of sort of on their bodies just stands up. It's extremely alert. And as soon as they go back to check their bank account, they just had a major deposit or they had a major influx upward in the sales that they were creating from some of their sessions. Like it's almost like something that you need to pay attention to. Like it's trying to signal you to pay attention or trying to get your attention to something that is going to make you pay attention to something that's coming up. There's going to be a really big shift in the way that you think, basically, which is our thinking patterns. And it's like a preparation moment, like to get you that confidence enough to know that that switch and that is coming. So that's why it often feels that weirdness is as amplified as it is. Because trust me, you're going to feel it. You're going to know. It's going to feel, I mean, extremely bizarre. That's the best way that I can explain it. All right. I'm out. Y'all have a good day.